Welcome to Just Facts Academy, where you learn how to research like a genius. Remember, you don't have to be an Einstein to be a great researcher. You simply need to put in the effort and apply the 7 standards of credibility that we share in this video series. In today's lesson, we look at rigorous documentation. I'll explain its importance, provide a real-world example, and show you how to apply it in your own research. As we begin, let's take a slight philosophical turn. I'm sure you've pondered great mysteries like, if a tree falls in the forest but no one is around, does it make a sound? Now, let me ask you this. If you share a fact but no one believes you, does it matter? Of course, facts matter regardless of who accepts them, but when people don't know or refuse to believe facts, bad things can happen. To borrow the words of Harold Bowden, the illustrious CEO of the Raleigh Bicycle Company, facts that are not frankly faced have a habit of stabbing us in the back. So to inform others effectively, you must provide evidence that the facts you are sharing are, in fact, facts. It matters whether you're writing for a teacher, your boss, your subordinates, a public official, or your colleagues. And this is where rigorous documentation comes in. It helps you get the facts right and quickly proves to others that you are accurately representing your sources. Anyone can make a claim, but proving it separates real research from posing. This applies regardless of who you are. Consider, for example, a New York Times column by the Nobel Prize-winning PhD economist Paul Krugman, in which he wrote that total government spending fell in 2009 and 2010. He said this occurred because cities and states underwent drastic spending cuts, more than offsetting the modest increase at a federal level. Krugman provided no numbers to support that claim, but if he took the time to document them, he would have found the exact opposite to be true. In fact, the only comprehensive source of such data at the time showed that total government spending rose by 10% over this time frame, while inflation was only 4%. You may not learn this from your professor, but a degree or prestigious award cannot give people the magical ability to create real data out of thin air. Everyone should pay attention to this lesson. Don't make claims that you haven't documented. And make it easy for others to check your work by mentioning and preferably linking to the source, which Krugman failed to do in this case. This simple step makes us accountable to both ourselves and others. That's only basic documentation. Rigorous documentation takes it up a notch and makes your research truly believable and credible. This involves quoting the actual numbers or words that support your claim. It's not complicated. We just did it by showing the exact figures for inflation and government spending from the sources we cited. Now, why should you do this? Because people sometimes cite a source to support their point, and the source doesn't actually provide that support. This is called a citation bluff. Check out this revealing example. Dr. David Katz, director of the Yale Prevention Research Center, wrote the following statement in an op-ed for the Huffington Post. Semi-automatic weapons with high-capacity magazines almost never figure in effective self-defense. As you can see, he included a link to support that claim. However, what you can't see is that the link leads to Just Facts' core research on gun control, which said nothing about this topic at the time. In fact, it didn't even mention magazine capacity, much less how it relates to self-defense. Moreover, Just Facts' research was about 100 pages long, making it very difficult for anyone to discover that the source Katz cited does not support his claim. There's an easy way to quickly show your readers that you are accurately representing your sources and not using citation bluffs. Directly quote the sources. These don't need to be lengthy quotes, because even a snippet of several words allows your readers to search your sources and see if you got it right. This also obliges you to double-check your own work and avoid embarrassing errors, or worse yet, spreading misinformation that can harm yourself and others. So, how do you apply the rigorous documentation standard in your own research? First, document every claim you make, and don't trust the undocumented claims of others. If someone makes a statement without offering proof of it, your antennas should go up, regardless of their credentials. Similarly, your spidey sense should tingle when you hear phrases like, experts say, because this can actually mean, the experts I have chosen say. The same goes for phrases like, science says. Real science is about empirical facts, not the claims of selected scientists or slogans that use the word science. Second, don't use citation bluffs, and don't fall for them. How? Watch the Just Facts Academy video on primary sources and use this hack. When information is in digital format, use the find function to quickly search through lengthy documents and find what you're looking for, or see if your sources are accurately representing their sources. Third, directly quote your sources. This not only proves that you read the source, but it helps people quickly find the context of your quote. It's okay to use short quote snippets, but make sure you paraphrase the rest of the words accurately. A good way to do this is to temporarily place the words of the source right next to your words. Then carefully compare them to make sure that you're communicating the same thing. Fourth, if you perform calculations, do them in a spreadsheet and make it available. It's quick and easy to share spreadsheets via online file sharing services. Fifth, save copies of your sources. Even if your assignment doesn't require this, it keeps the source material handy, and it provides evidence if your source disappears from the internet, which is not uncommon. And lastly, use credible sources. For more about this, check out Just Facts Academy videos about primary sources, comprehensiveness, and raw data. If you apply these practices, you will increase your ability to accurately inform others. Furthermore, others will quickly see that your research is worth paying attention to. So use the rigorous documentation standard and the rest of Just Facts standards of credibility so you can research like a genius.